everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am Crispy, and this is Drago. He literally just walked into frame as I was starting this. But yes, today is day 22 of our 30-day one color island, and I have started introducing these Lily of the Valleys, and I've tried to just put them around sporadically. I don't know, I'm not really liking them. I may end up taking them out. I don't know if they need a little patch of dirt underneath them. I don't know if it's just because I'm not a big fan. They just don't feel like they look very good. I don't know. They may end up not staying for the DA. We're almost done with this island. I gotta do beaches and finish my interiors, and then we will be done. So I think today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of my villager interiors and tweak the ones that I need to tweak, and I'll just show you the finished products of what I come up with and the ones that I've done, and it'll be a quick little this is what I did, and that way it won't get hopefully too boring. I'm gonna try anyway. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so first off, this is Prince's interior. I did his interior yesterday, I think it was. And I'm also sorry if you can hear jets in the background. They just keep flying over and they won't stop. So hopefully it's not gonna show up, or hopefully you can't hear in the video. But I just thought it would be easier to show you this way, because sometimes the villagers aren't home and it's hard to catch them home. So I did find a post on Pinterest, and it had the Moroccan sofas there, and it also had these Moroccan lamps or lights, or however you want to say, up top, and it also had the hanging curtains, and I just thought it was beautiful. So I took inspiration from that, and then I added some more items. This is mostly got green in all of the items, but I did take the ironwood kitchen, because there's really not a good green kitchen item. There's the one green stove that I have been using, but it doesn't really go with this green. I wanted a dark wood, so I allowed myself to use that one item and just use brown as an accent color. And then the floor is I think the common wood, but I did cover up most of the floor with this large rug, so I think it's okay. There's only maybe 2 items in this whole house, this whole interior, that don't have any green. And that, I think, is the floor and the ironwood kitchen. Even the shelf on the back does have a plant in the very top. It's hard to see, but it does have a plant up at the very top that has green, so technically that counts. I just thought that the brown would match better, so I used the brown version instead of the green. And so yeah, this is Prince's interior, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Alright, here we are in Opal's house. This is Opal's interior, and instead of brown as an accent color, I let myself use white as an accent color in this house. I originally had a different floor. It was kind of this same color wood as the window frame, or the bed frame, but I just thought, I shouldn't use brown and white as an accent color in the same house. So I changed the floor to a white, and so now the only items or the only accent color that I have is white. And these pillars do come, let's see if I can, I always choose the wrong button. They do come in green, I think. Oh, maybe they don't. I think one of the pillars comes in green, or maybe they don't. Maybe I was thinking that the yellow was a green, but anyways, I liked white as an accent color in here, and even the music box has a green customization on it. So literally only the floor and this ranch style kitchen and chair and the stool, or and pillars are the only items that don't have green. But this ranch style kitchen does come in green. I just am not a huge fan of how that green looks with the green wall. I don't know, I think it clashes and the white looks better. So I went with, if I can choose it again, I went with the white. So I like how this interior came out. I think I like Prince's better, but just so I had some variation and every house didn't look exactly the same, this is what I came up with. And if you look in this tab right here, all of these counters and pillars are now showing up because I have crafted them. Before, when I was having trouble, literally only the partition wall was showing up, not any of these counters and pillars. So once I crafted them, they did show up for me. I usually don't have to do that, but I think it was because I had gotten the recipes for some of the pillars and counters before I got them from Nico, so maybe that was a bad idea and I don't need to do that in the future. But yeah, this is how Opal's house came out, and I am pretty happy with it. Alright, here we are in Murphy's house, and this house I did before I had pillars show up in the menu, and I don't feel like I need to change it. I think I like how it came out. I gave him the same little stove and sink that I did Tad? Was it Tad? Frobert. I think I showed Frobert's interior before, and I gave him the same kitchen, and I think I like how it came out. I did put these like rugs over the, what floor did I give him? This tatami floor. So I put this rug over the tatami floor, and I think I like it better. Just a darker green. I think it matches like the green in the Lily record player better. And so I really like this wall. I like how it's a dark green on top, but most of it is like a dark brown. I really love this open shelf and how you can put that, customize that picture that's in there. I didn't even have to, because that's like one of the customizations, that you can just, a base customization that you can do for it. But yeah, I really like this interior and how it came out. I gave him the log bed, which I don't know if it matches perfectly to the vibe in this room, but I love the fabric on it, and I think it matches the other fabric in the room pretty well. And so yeah, I am pretty happy with how Murphy's interior came out. And every item, I believe, in this room has green in it. So this was also before I allowed myself to do any accent colors. So yeah, I'm happy that I was able to do some that had all green, because it is very, very challenging. All right, here we are in Drago's house, and I just did this one. I just designed it, and I think I'm happy with how it came out. Hopefully all the greens work okay. I allowed myself to use a light brown accent color, and really the only items that don't have green in it are the pillars and counters underneath here, and the ironwood kitchen again. But I looked again, and I don't think there are any pillars or counters that have green actually, so I guess I was mistaken. I thought that the yellow simple pillar was green. It kind of looks green in some light, so maybe that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, I tried to just give him a very zen, and I guess you could say Asian inspired interior like his original one, except it is very red and this one is not. I wanted more light and neutral tones and green, and this does have like a rattan flooring to match the pillars and counters, but I put some of these green rugs over the top of it, so the center is the only like light brown color. And yeah, I think I'm happy with how this came out. I was struggling with what fabrics to use and what couch to use, because there's not really a zen couch that I know of, but I just thought, you know, the simple couch in green would work. And then I gave him the, what is this bed called? I totally forget. It slipped my mind. I was trying out a lot of different items. I tried it in the tatami bed. I tried it in this brown, but I just thought, you know, even though it matches the room well, it made the room not green enough. So I did go with just the original tatami bed and this, you know, green, and I like it better because it adds more green to the room. I didn't want to take out all the green, and I believe that this wallpaper does have green in, you know, the clouds. It looks green to me. It might not be green because I am I'm blind, but it looks green to me. I think it's the same color as this little base and like the little stove here, so hopefully it is green. I just put a customization of my flower circle that I had on this plate, and I love how it looks. So it's literally just a corner of the flower circle, and I really love that. And it has green, so that's great. So hopefully this room is green enough. I think I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, this is Drago's interior. All right, and here we have Nibbles' interior. I tried to give Nibbles like a very plant-oriented interior. She just seems like maybe she would run the plant shop. And so I did use white as an accent color, but it does have mostly green items, and I gave her a lot of plants like on the walls. The fabrics were a struggle because I did use this lighter green or mintier green wall, so I couldn't use like the sage greens like I normally would, and the fabric customizations that I have, or fabric custom codes I have, don't really go with a minty green. They're more of a sage green, but I think it came out okay. I'm pretty happy with this, and it does still feel very green and lush, but also has a planty vibe to it. So I think it matches Nibbles pretty well. So yeah, this is Nibbles' house. Alright, here we have Frobert's house, and I did show this before. The only things that I changed is giving him these pillars here in the dark brown because I think they match the wall well, but everything else in the room has green in it. I even put a little sticker on the white fridge to make it acceptable, so I don't feel bad using just the pillars in here as an accent color. And I'm pretty happy with how his interior came out. It is very simple, but yeah, I think it works. And I did just leave the workbench in his room, even though I should probably put a table in here because sometimes they are crafting. I haven't been putting workbenches in all the interiors, but this was in his original interior, so I just left it. And I'm just gonna say it's okay. He doesn't have a couch though, or a table, so I don't know, maybe I should have put something in here for that. Maybe I'll just adjust that real quick. Alright, I did give him go ahead and give him a table because I just felt bad. I feel like if he has a kitchen, he needs a table. So yeah, I know it's not real. This is just a game, but I don't know. It just felt like it needed one. So I just moved his little workbench to this side. And I know there's a couple different browns in this room, but hopefully with the wall and the cuckoo clock and all of the kitchen items, it just kind of goes together okay. There is, you know, some dark browns and light browns, but I think brown as an accent color is okay. And even though this one is not my favorite, I still think, you know, it has some frog vibes with the rug, the Keroppi rug, and it has a little bit of an Asian feel with the pine bonsai tree and the little bamboo lunchbox. So yeah, this is how Frobert's house came out. Alright, here we have Lily's interior, and even though she was one of my starters and she had the starter interior, I did love this wallpaper. I think it's a Sahara wallpaper. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Misty Garden Wall. Yes, I love the Misty Garden Wall so much, and it just says Lily to me, so I let her keep that, even though most of the other, actually probably all of the other interiors are going to have the glowing moss forest wall. I just love this for Lily, and so I did give her more of a minty green kind of interior, and I like how it came out. I used brown as an accent color, and so the pillars and the wood are the brown, but most all of these items have green in them, other than, you know, the ranch kitchen and the floor and the pillars. I think everything pretty much has green on it, so I'm happy with how this came out. I think it fits Lily well. The only thing I have left to do is give her a song on her little Lily record table. I did forget to do that, but I will do that, and I think a Lily record player in her room is fitting, and I gave her the Casablanca lilies because, you know, she is Lily. So yeah, I think I am really happy with this, and I think I like the way it came out. So yeah, this is Lily. Alright, here we have Boots' interior, and I did already redo his interior before, but I just went back and added these pillars again because I thought that it looked nice with the pillars in an accent color. And the only thing that's on this wall is the glowing moss stickers. So I do have some custom codes to use as the stickers for the window and the wainscoting, I guess you could say, the trim below. So I did go with some different furniture, the dark green couch and the dark green low table and ironwood furniture, and then the light. I just wanted to, you know, do something a little bit different, but I think everything came out well and a little bit different than what Drago had, but still feels very similar and the same vibe with the Zen kind of Asian inspired interior. Hopefully you can't hear all the jets that are going on above me at my house right now. Oh my gosh, they're so bad today, and this is the day that I had to record this, so I hope it's not that you can't hear that. But yeah, I gave him a little green toaster and the ironwood kitchenette, and the pillars I think are the only items in this room that don't have some kind of green on them. So yeah, again, I think that the brown accent color really accentuates the vibe, I guess you could say. Hopefully you'll enjoy these interiors. I enjoyed making them. They were definitely difficult, but yeah, I think we only have a few left to go. So this again is Boots's house. All right, here we have Tad's interior, and his original base house is very outdoorsy. He has like the rice paddy wall and dirt crop flooring or something like that. So I just I don't know, I kind of felt like Tad was more of an outdoorsy frog, so I gave him the bamboo groove wall, and I tried to keep his interior pretty outdoorsy. He does have the Karobi rug in his house and the little pine bonsai tree, but the rest of the furniture I went with like log and the outdoor kitchen, just to try to keep it more outdoorsy and dark green, because Tad's a very dark green villager. So yeah, I just wanted something different and more foresty, I guess you could say. So I think I like how this came out. This is what I'm going with, and yeah, so this is Tad's house. All right, and this is last but certainly not least, this is Henry's house. So I had redone his interior already, but I did go back and add in the brown floor, and I added in this brown pillar just because I thought that it looked better with a pillar here on the partition wall than without. So everything in his house has some kind of green on it other than the floor and the pillar. So brown is his accent color. Even this little counter table in the back, if you can see it, has a little bin with a green bottle in it. So I thought, hey, that counts. That totally counts. So I did redo this before I knew that we could add some accent colors, but I think before I had like the Moroccan floor and the Moroccan tile floor that has the olive green in it. I don't even know if I can find it. This one. But I just didn't know if that looked okay. I don't know. Does that go with the wall? I'm not too sure. I think I might like the wood better, but you guys can let me know which one you prefer. But this is Henry's house. I gave him kind of two rooms, the kitchen area and then his little bedroom with his record player. And I really like this one. I think my favorite of all the interiors that I did was probably Prince's house, because it had the Moroccan furniture and the dark brown, and I really loved the combination in his house. But I also really loved this one, and I loved Lily's too. You guys can let me know which one was your favorite. I'm gonna show my helper when he gets home, but I'm not gonna go back through all these. I just thought this would be a good way to show them all, because I did, you know, it was part of the challenge that all of the villagers' interiors needed to have this one color in them. And I think that all of mine are primarily green. They do have different colors of green, but most everything, the majority of the items in each house do have some kind of green. So I hope it wasn't too repetitive, and I hope it wasn't too boring. I know interiors are not everyone's favorite. They're not my favorite either, but hopefully I did an okay job, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will say bye with my little helper when he gets home. So this again is Henry's house. And we are back, and I have my helper here.
Hello.
And so I showed him my interiors. And which one's your favorite?
Either Murphy or Prince. I do actually really love Prince's.
Prince's is my favorite, I think. So please let us know which one's your favorite in the comments below. And next time we'll probably do
Beaches? No, we're probably not going to record that.
I think I'll do beaches. Okay, how about in the comments you guys let us know if you want to see beaches in my interior, or if you just want me to do it off camera, and then we can just do a tour.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
All right, so let's say bye.
All right. Bye. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Team Frog Chair.